Salish couldn't believe it. Summer was for fun, not school. But here she was, starting high school early because of last year's math grade. "It'll be an adventure," her mom said, trying to sound positive. Salish wasn't so sure. The school seemed huge and intimidating. Kids were everywhere, shouting and laughing. Salish felt small and lost. She clutched her schedule, hoping she wouldn't be late for her first class. Deep breaths, Salish told herself. You can do this. She found her locker, a dented green thing that refused to open. Great, just great, she thought. This day was off to a fantastic start. Just then, a group of older kids swaggered past, bumping her shoulder. "Watch it, newbie," one of them sneered. Salish's heart pounded. This was going to be a long summer. Salish finally wrestled her locker open, only to have her books cascade onto the floor. A chorus of laughter echoed around her. She looked up to see the same group of older kids, watching her with amusement. The tallest one, a girl with spiked purple hair, pointed.
"Looks like someone needs help," she said, her voice dripping with sarcasm.
Salish felt her cheeks burn. She wanted to disappear, but something inside her snapped. "Salish, I don't need your help," she retorted, surprising even herself. The girl's eyebrows shot up. For a moment, Salish thought the girl might actually back down, but then a cruel smile spread across her face.
"Oh, this is going to be fun," she...
Salish escaped the hallway encounter and hurried into her first class. She hoped for a haven, a place to collect herself. No such luck. The classroom buzzed with a chaotic energy. The teacher, a frazzled-looking man with a receding hairline, struggled to be heard above the din. Papers flew through the air. Someone had even drawn a caricature of the teacher on the whiteboard. Salish sank into a seat near the back, feeling utterly overwhelmed. This wasn't how she imagined high school. Where was the order, the respect? She pulled out her notebook, determined to focus on the lesson. It was going to take a lot more than a little classroom chaos to break her.
"Hey, check this out," he shouted, launching another paper airplane.
"Bet you can't beat that one," he yelled.
By lunchtime, Salish was famished. She navigated the crowded cafeteria, tray in hand, searching for an empty seat. The noise was deafening, a cacophony of clanging trays and shouting voices. Just when she spotted an empty table, a hand shot out and snatched it away. Salish looked up, ready to protest, but stopped short. It was the girl with the purple hair, her posse flanking her like loyal guard dogs.
"Looking for something?" the girl asked sweetly, a malicious glint in her eyes.
Salish considered arguing, but her stomach growled, reminding her of her hunger. She wasn't about to let these bullies ruin her lunch too. Turning on her heel, Salish marched away, determined to find another spot. She spotted a lone figure sitting by the window, and with a sigh of relief, headed towards Section 5, the Locker Conundrum. After lunch, Salish couldn't remember her locker combination. She stood there, staring at the lock, as her frustration mounted. Numbers swirled in her head. Was it 23-17-8 or 27-13-8? She tried every combination she could think of, but the lock refused to budge. Other students pushed past, grumbling about her holding them up. Salish felt tears pricking her eyes. This day just kept getting worse. Just when she was about to give up and find a janitor, she heard a voice.
"Need some help with that?"
Salish turned to see a boy with kind eyes and a shy smile standing behind her. He looked familiar, but she couldn't place him.
"I'm Ben. I think we have English together."
Section 6, Finding a Friend. Salish hesitated for a moment, then gratefully accepted Ben's offer of help. He glanced at the combinations scrawled on her schedule and quickly unlocked her locker.
"Nice to officially meet you, Salish. Rough first day?"
Salish couldn't help but laugh. Salish, you could say that. They talked as they walked to their English class, discovering they shared a love for graphic novels and old movies. For the first time that day, Salish felt a flicker of hope. Maybe this summer school thing wouldn't be so bad after all. As they entered the classroom, Salish realized something important. Even in the most challenging situations, kindness and friendship could bloom in unexpected places. Section 7, Unexpected Allies. English class proved to be a welcome respite from the day's earlier chaos. The teacher, a woman with a warm smile and a soothing voice, quickly established a calm and engaging atmosphere. To Salish's surprise, Ben wasn't the only friendly face in the room. She found herself sitting next to a girl with bright pink hair and a nose ring.
"Hey, I'm Maya. I saw what happened with those jerks in the hallway earlier. Don't let them get to you."
Maya's words, along with the support of her new friends, bolstered Salish's confidence. She realized she wasn't alone in this. There were good people here, people who were willing to stand up for what was right. As the class went on, Salish found herself relaxing, even enjoying the lesson. Maybe, just maybe, this summer school experience was going to be all right. Section 8. A Test of Courage. The relative peace of English class was shattered when Salish returned to her locker after school. The hallway was mostly deserted except for the group of older kids who were huddled around her locker, their backs to her. Salish's heart sank. She knew that group, and she had a bad feeling about this. Gathering her courage, she marched towards them, determined to confront them. As she got closer, she heard her name being mentioned. Then, she saw it. A can of spray paint in the hands of the girl with the purple hair. They were vandalizing her locker. Salish took a deep breath. This was it. Time to stand up for herself, even if it meant facing them alone. Section 9. The Triumphant Return. What do you think you're doing? Salish's voice, though trembling slightly, echoed in the quiet hallway. The group turned, startled, and the can of spray paint clattered to the floor. The girl with the purple hair recovered quickly, a sneer spreading across her face. Well, well, if it isn't little Miss Brave, she drawled. What are you going to do about it? Salish stood her ground. I'm reporting this, she said, her voice firm. She pulled out her phone and snapped a picture of the group, their faces clearly visible. The defiance in Salish's eyes, the way she stood tall and unafraid, seemed to take the bullies aback. They mumbled amongst themselves, then, without another word, melted away down the hallway. Salish watched them go, her heart pounding in her chest. She had faced her fears, stood up to her tormentors, and emerged victorious. Section 10. Lessons Learned. As Salish walked home that day, her backpack feeling lighter than it had all day, she reflected on the roller coaster of emotions she had experienced. It had been the most challenging first day of school imaginable, filled with unexpected trials and tribulations. But through it all, Salish had discovered a strength she never knew she possessed. She had learned that even in the face of adversity, kindness and courage could prevail. She had found her voice, learned to stand up for herself, and discovered the importance of true friendship. The day's events, though difficult, had been the most valuable learning experience. Salish realized that challenges, however daunting, were opportunities for growth. Section 11. Ready for anything. The rest of the summer school flew by. Salish, armed with her newfound confidence and the unwavering support of her friends, navigated the remaining weeks with a newfound ease. The bullies never bothered her again, and Salish even found herself helping other new students who were struggling to find their footing. By the time summer school ended, Salish wasn't the same timid girl who had first walked through those intimidating doors. She had faced her fears, discovered her inner strength, and emerged ready to take on anything high school or life could throw her way. The experience had been a crash course in resilience, a testament to the power of human connection, and a reminder that even on the most challenging days, hope and kindness could always be found.